Here's the key if you want it.
Yeah, I'm gonna go.
That's the one.
Kawali is a loan word from Kamil. Oh, there's a lot of like exchange there, because you know that entire like part of the world was like part of the Sri Visayan Empire.
Yeah.
At one point, so there's a lot of cultural exchange, even going as far as the Middle East. So like a lot of our not a ton, but like our thank you, salamat, is like, it sounds like assalamu alaikum.
Right.
And then our word for letter is close. I think it's sulat is like is close to like an Arabic word. So I mean, a lot of exchange.
Yeah.
Even our lettering system is very similar to like Sanskrit and Asukan.
Key for both doors?
Yeah.
Oh, lettering. So yeah, lots of stuff. My dad's like middle dude.
It's like everywhere.
Yeah, dude.
Africa, like all of Southeast Asia.
Right.
Of course, Spain.
España.
Yeah.
España.
What else?
Does anybody have any ghost stories in chat? I don't really know.
Yeah. Any ghost stories in chat? Yeah. I mean,
The only time like supernatural stuff has ever really happened to me was fucking with a Ouija board.
oh, I was there for that. Was that the first and only time?
No, that was the second time.
Oh, that's the second time.
The second time I ever touched.
That's the second time for me as well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Was that night?
Yeah. That was crazy. Oh, that was crazy.
It's crazy.
We should have filmed it.
We should have.
We should have filmed it.
I didn't even know why we were there.
It was just a random night.
Right.
Yeah.
But the first time was it was the dorm. I was in it was at UC Irvine. I was still 17 at the time, and we were it was Halloween night. We're all, let's do something scary. So one of the guys bought a Ouija board, and we were messing with it in like our sweet living room. And we were trying for a long time, trying to get something to happen. Nothing was happening. We were trying 2 or 3 hours, and then this entire time I was too fucking scared to touch the thing. I was like, I don't want to touch that, and I don't want to mess with that shit. And finally, like towards the end of the night, I was like, all right, can I get on? Let me try. So,
Go ahead.
so I put my hands on the planchette. I did whatever invocation I did at the time. Not, it's just in English, nothing in Latin or any shit like that. You had sleep paralysis as a kid. You felt like something was holding you down. That's scary as fuck. I think I experienced sleep paralysis once, but yeah, it's a scary ass feeling.
That was your parents keeping you from following your dreams.
Just kidding. But I said, like, you know, whatever, spirits communicate with us through this thing, blah blah blah. Tonight when the veil is thin, and that shit started moving. First time that night.
That's crazy.
It started moving, and I was like, it. You know how everybody says it's kind of like influence micro movements, and everybody, right? And I was like, this does not
like any
feel.
slight thing, like everybody else is just sort of like.
But like that's not what it felt like to me, because it felt like it was pulling. It was like.
Would you say the same thing the second time? When
yeah.
Right.
The second time
like,
was the same thing. Was like this was pulling.
It wasn't like we were pushing. It was like it was definitely
a pulling sensation.
A pulling sensation. Yes.
I was like, this is crazy, and so we were messing with it, and everybody was like, hey, you're fucking moving it. Of course, everybody's like tripping. I'm like, no, I'm not moving it, and we each took turns doing it by ourselves, and
which is not a good thing.
No, right, and I don't remember if it moved for everybody else, but for me, it was just like, and it was just me, and I was like, I don't fucking know, man. The funny thing is, like, we asked some spirit to come and communicate with us, and it was just spelling a gibberish, and we were like, can you read and write? And then it finally said, no.
No.
Yeah. So we were just asking it
Right.
yes and no questions for
Yeah.
like half an hour.
Mm-hmm.
But that was interesting, and nothing else happened that night. But we were all like, nothing that felt malevolent happened that night.
Right.
It said bye, and it was like, it seemed like it was all good. So we're like, man, that was a fucking trip. We all kind of sat there in awe for 15 minutes, and yeah, we're like, man, that's crazy. So afterwards, I went to the girl's room who was kind of interested in at the time. Afterwards, and I was like, yo, hey, we did this thing, and she turned fucking ghost white. She was like, I can't even look at you right now. And she told me a story of how her mother did something like that in the fucking Philippines, right?
Right.
And
That's okay.
Then ended up losing a child.
Eek.
Yeah. So
Well,
nuts, crazy
don't-
shit.
Hey
Don't fuck
man,
with shit.
unless you're prepared for it,
Yeah,
for
right.
any consequences.